Express God's love, and with God's love we can do it all. If you don't mind, hit that follow button and subscribe. The stream is starting soon. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, it's not hard to do. Get ready because the stream is starting now.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another JRabbit87 stream. I'm your host, JRabbit87, and I hope everybody's having a good day today. And I hope you're ready for some more wrestling action, as that's what we got in store for you. We're going to start the road to our next big event. That means tonight is #1 contender night, which, if you've been around for a while, you know means Battle Royal Central. Yes, we got a bunch of Battle Royals. We got a bunch of other multi-man matches, and it's going to be a good time. We also have a couple showcase matches, so all of our champions are going to be in action too. Before we get into tonight's show, though, let's go ahead and get into our commands. So, as always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly. We want to make sure that we return His blessings by giving Him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that He rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joins me today. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters, who I'll name individually at the end of the stream. Mary Kay. My wife is a Mary Kay consultant, and if you would like to order some Mary Kay, you can grab that link right there. It's Mary Kay. They've got all kinds of stuff. They got skincare and makeup and perfume and stuff for us guys and just all kinds of stuff. So make your holiday complete with Mary Kay. Cozy up this holiday season. Mary Kay. You can also use that link to ask any Mary Kay related questions that you may have to my wife. Discord. We have one of those. If you've not joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link right there and come join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's where important announcements are announced, decisions are decided, discussions are discussed, wrestling results are resulted, chats are chatted, and honestly, we just love to have you there. Another place that we love to have you, but only after the stream, is over on YouTube. Once you're done here, if you'd like to catch up on some of our past live streams or watch our highlight videos, you can grab that link there and view all of that over on YouTube. Now, while you're over there, I do ask if you don't mind, since it's all free and it's another way to help support, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to keep yourself notified, give the videos a like, and give them a comment, because comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Now, another place you can find us afterwards is over on TikTok. So if you're just interested in our highlight videos, once you're done here, you can go over there and view all of the wonderful TikTok highlight videos that we have for you. Again, while you're over there, I ask if you don't mind, since it's another way to help support, give the TikTok channel a follow, give the videos a heart, and give them a comment, because comments are also good for the TikTok algorithm. Last but certainly not least are ways to help support the stream right here, right now, if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information on how you can help the stream is in the chat, so feel free to read that at your leisure, and remember to only do what you're able and comfortable with doing. We have a big show for you tonight, and we're going to start off with one of the several battle royals that we have planned for you. As you know, on the last Rabbit Wrestling Federation, we had our big show, and it was called Fright Night. On that show, Farouk was able to defeat Diesel to become the brand new RWF Pure Honor Champion. Well, now it's time to find out who Farouk will have his first title defense against, because the following match is an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal to determine the new number 1 contender for the RWF Pure Honor Championship.
The following contest is an 8-man battle royal. Making his way to the ring, representing the War Raiders from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 247 pounds, Eric.
And as always, we will begin betting as the last man is making his entrance in this battle royal. Here comes a man who is looking to make his name here tonight.
Representing the nation of domination from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Apparently, according to both Cedric and Apollo, whenever they do singles, they have agreed to dress like how they normally would, and to only dress as a team when they are in fact doing team stuff.
From Manchester, England, weighing in at 260 pounds, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
Here he comes, a former RWF heavyweight champion, the British Bulldog.
And representing the Spitfire Warriors from the land of the rising sun, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Great Muta!
And here he comes. We haven't really seen much of this man since he started teaming up with Shinsuke Nakamura. We haven't seen much of him in singles action. Looks like he's looking to change that here tonight. And perhaps the most unhonorable person in this match, the Iron Sheik, who says that he's going to win this and spit on all the American jabronis. I still have 45 bits. Nice. Iron Sheik claiming earlier that he's going to make everybody humble here tonight. Another former RWF heavyweight champion, and we actually got word that both him and Undertaker have once again gotten free of Paul Bearer's influence. What? That's fun. And here he comes, and you'll notice the outfit he's wearing. That is because the OG Bloodline is teaming up again. And Sammy is representing them here tonight. But as the rest of them are going to be in six-man tag team match, he will actually be trying to go for the Pure Honor Championship, which means he could very well be pulling double duty at the big event. And as he makes his way into the ring, betting has now started. As this match starts, we will talk more about the Bloodline and the story that they're involved in later tonight. But for right now, the story is that one of these 8 men will go on to Survivor Series War Games to compete against Farouk for the RWF Pure Honor Championship. And yes, you heard me right. Our next event is going to be the Survivor Series War Games, with the massive big event being that War Games match. And again, I will talk more about that later on tonight. Hey, welcome in, Buddha. You're just in time for our first match of the evening. Greets, yes, greets all around. As I was saying, one of these 8 men will go on to face Farouk for the Pure Honor Championship. Interesting to note. I was about to say, interesting to note that we have a couple former heavyweight champions, but British Bulldog, first one eliminated. And there goes Dragunov, second one eliminated from this match. We're just getting started and we're already down 2 people. Back to talking a little bit about Kane. We were able to get a few words with him, and apparently him and Undertaker have once again gotten free of Paul Bear's entanglement of them. And Kane has decided that he wants to stick with the attire that helped him win the heavyweight championship, believing that will help him win another championship in the form of the Pure Honor Championship. The big thing is with Sami Zayn being in this match. We're just lucky RWF doesn't have the Kane from the new show. We need subtitles for that guy, right? Sami Zayn being... The Great Muta has been eliminated from this match. Sami will be involved in that massive War Games match. Despite that, he has still been entered. He still entered himself into this match here tonight, and it looks like he'll get the focus on the War Games match because he's been eliminated. Dagnabbit Muta. Just like that, we are down to 4. Cedric Alexander representing a Nation of Domination. And Eric's gone, so now we're down to 3. Again, Cedric Alexander, the Iron Sheik, and Kane. Come on, Cedric or Kane, right? Look, I can't lie. I really hope Iron Sheik does not win this. Same. Iron Sheik now trying to eliminate the Big Red Machine. Not able to do it. And now Cedric Alexander. It's just a free-for-all. Every time one guy focuses on one, the other comes from behind. Big sidewalk slam by Kane, but Iron Sheik. No, I thought Iron Sheik was going to go after Kane, but looks like Sheiky Baby's trying to go after Cedric.
Cedric Alexander has been eliminated.
And with Alexander gone, we are down to 2. Close call there. Kane, a former RWF heavyweight champion, and the Iron Sheik, who we haven't really seen much. Come on, Kane. And that's it.
Here is your winner, Kane!
And Kane gets the victory here tonight. There it is. Kane, woo! Kane once again letting the fires of passion burn within him to gain a number 1 contendership spot. Which means Farouk better be watching his back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving right along, as coming up next is yet another 8-man battle royal. And before we go into that, I will talk more about what Sami Zayn and the Bloodline will be into, because we actually have a sit-down interview. Unfortunately, we don't have it on tape, but I will talk to you guys about the interview we had with our current Intercontinental Champion, Jimmy Uso, about everything that's going on, what Tony Jones has announced and everything, but that will come later in the show. For now, it is time for an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal to determine the new number 1 contender for the RWF United States Championship. here we go with our first competitor in this match, a former 3-time RWF Men's Tag Team Champion, looking to get his first singles title and taking that first step to do so here tonight. The #1 contender for the Pure Honor Championship.
You don't want none.
And representing the OC from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
I thank you. You're welcome. And here comes an absolutely phenomenal entrant to this battle royal. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 205 pounds, the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock.
Before Lesnar, before Rousey, before any of them, the first person to do the UFC to WWE back to UFC was this man, the self-proclaimed world's most dangerous man, the master of the ankle lock, Ken Shamrock.
Representing the Dudley Boys from Dudleyville, weighing in at 269 pounds, Devon Woodley.
Well, the last time we had this Pure Honor we had a #1 contendership battle royal. We saw Bubba Ray try and fail. Now it's Devon's turn to see if he can do what Bubba Ray didn't do and walk out as the #1 contender. That was not the first battle royal, but that was last month, basically. one half of one of the most dominating tag teams. They finally lost their titles. Now The Miz is trying singles competition. What's scary is if he were to win, and he were to win the United States title, all he would need is the heavyweights and the Intercontinental, and he would be our very first ever men's Grand Slam champion. And one of the most popular stars in RWF, at least with this crowd, the megastar himself, L.A. Knight.
Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, Lexus King.
So, Lexus King this is only his second time here in RWF, and I just recently found out something that I never knew. This is the son of a wrestler who passed away named Brian Pillman.
Their opponent, representing Imperium from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser.
And here comes the final participant in this match, the German sensation Ludwig Kaiser. And as he makes his entrance, betting has now begun. And this match will begin, and one of these 8 men will go on to Survivor Series to face off against the current United States champion, Santos Escobar. Santos, who of course was successful in defending the United States Championship against Vader. to these men trying to prove why they deserve the #1 contendership spot. And of course, want to show off to Santos why he should be worried about losing his title. And unfortunately for my Bruda, Lexus King is the first one eliminated. And there goes one of my picks. LA Knight is going all the way back to the locker room. Dagnabbit, Lexus. As these 6 competitors battle it out, you know that Santos is going to be looking at this match very closely. And Devon Dudley will be getting the tables back in Dudleyville because he's been eliminated. I am definitely not used to the Miz being in white. And the son of Bowser, Mr. Kaiser, does the walk of shame. We are now down to the final 4. And the Phenomenal One is out of this match. We are now down to 3. And just as I get through saying that, we are now down to 2 as Ken Shamrock has been eliminated. Which means that it is down to The Miz and Montez Ford. Miz does not need another belt. We just were freed of that, right? And there it is.
Here is your winner, Montez Ford.
And Montez Ford, who gets a big victory here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to do the goodnight vlog for my wife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a quick be right back. And then when we come back, we'll have our third match of the evening, which will be another Battle Royal for another #1 contendership. So bear with me for just a few. I will be right back. And I am back. Alright. So, I am back just in time to keep you guys waiting, because coming up next is an 8-woman over-the-top rope battle royal to determine the new #1 contender for the Women's European Championship.
Ooh, a piece of candy. 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 Ooh, a piece of candy.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
The following contest is an 8-woman battle royal. Making her way to the ring, representing the Kabuki Warriors, from Osaka, Japan, Asuka.
As I said, welcome in, T. I see the thank you, and you are very much welcome. I hope the Bass family is having a good night tonight. As we begin our third match of the evening, this Battle Royal determined the number one contender for the Women's European Champion, starting with a woman who, if she was to win that title, would make history by becoming the first woman Grand Slam champion in RWF.
Representing the Trailblazers, from Sanford, North Carolina,
And here comes another woman who, if she were to win here tonight and win the European Championship, she would be the first women's Grand Slam champion.
And from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China!
And old rivalries peak up again. The woman that Lita took out to become women's champion the first time, and the woman who took the title away from Lita the first time. If she were to win the European Championship, all she would need is the Tag Team Championships after that to be the first Grand Slam champion. A former two-time RWF Women's Tag Team Champion, she just lost the tag team titles. If she were to win the European Championship, all she would need is to win the Women's World Championship to be the first Grand Slam champion.
Representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Another former women's tag team champion looking to get her first title here tonight, and she has gone on record as saying that she respects Asuka, who's a member of Damage Control as well, but she's not going to let her respect for Asuka stop her from defeating Asuka and winning this match here tonight. And she fully expects Asuka to not throw any punches or to not go 100% against her either. To not pull any punches.
And from Dublin, Ireland, the man,
A former women's world champion, she says that she has a new mission. She is going to not just become the first Grand Slam champion, but she's going to win every single title all at once. She's coming for them all. And it starts with tonight and her going after the Women's European Championship. If she were to win that, all she would need is the tag team to become the first Grand Slam champion.
and from Atlanta, Georgia, Gigi Dolan.
And here comes a woman who has not held any title here in RWF. A woman who says that she's been overlooked, and tonight she's making a name for herself. Hey, any usage at all, no matter the percentage, is an honor.
And their opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Marie.
Another woman who has never held a title here in RWF. She is one half of the most must-see couple in RWF, at least according to them. The French beauty, Maurice. And with her entrance, betting is now open. One of these 8 women will go on to Survivor Series to face off against Chelsea Green for the Women's European Champion. Will one of these women be the one to finally take the title away from Chelsea? And a surprising move, Asuka actually helping Io Sky there. And Io Sky returning the favor. Maurice, first one eliminated, so neither her nor her husband, The Miz, will be going home victorious here tonight. And there goes Io Sky. It looks like the two ladies who have not held any titles here tonight will continue to not hold titles. China once again getting revenge against Lita by eliminating her from this match. And one half of Shotzi has been eliminated from this match. We are now down to the final four. Gigi Dolan, who has never won a title, three different former women's world champions. Of course, one of them being a former a former women's tag team champion. And if you're Chelsea Green, you gotta be shaking in your boots with such high caliber names in this #1 contender match. Becky Lynch and Chyna kind of reviving their feud. Becky Lynch also feuding over Chyna over the Women's World Championship at one point in time.
China has been eliminated.
And now we are down to 3. Chyna, the 8th wonder of the world, out of the, or 9th wonder of the world, or whatever she's called, she is out of this match. You know, I know Gigi Dolan is trying to prove herself and make a name for herself, but honestly, she needs to just let these two battle it out and pick up the scraps. If she wants any chance of winning here tonight. And there goes the ban. Becky Lynch eliminated from this match. We are down to 2. Gigi Dolan versus Asuka. News, the wrong redhead was eliminated. Reversing the submission hold. Back and forth action. Gigi Dolan currently in control. And now Asuka trapping Gigi in the Asuka lock. Asuka letting her out. She knows that a submission won't equal victory here tonight. And there it is. I can accept this. Same. Same. I know, like, after all, like, I keep putting Asuka in these battle royals, and she finally wins one. Asuka is your number one contender for the Women's European Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving right along because coming up next, we find out we change things up. We actually have a bit of a interesting thing here. Coming up next is going to be our Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag Team match. And oh my Bruda, I know you're going to have a lot of trouble picking on who you want to back for this. Why? Because, with the exception of one team, I let the Wheel of Rabbit choose. And I know two teams you're going to have a hard time choosing between. Coming up next is the Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag Team Falls Count Anywhere match to determine the new number one contenders for the Men's Tag Team Championships.
The following contest is a fatal four-way tag team match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
They told us earlier that usually they try to end things quickly, but tonight, 3 minutes or no, they're looking to brutalize and win.
And their opponents, first, at a combined weight of 469 pounds, Andre Chase
a team that we actually have not seen as a team yet here in RWF. So kind of making their debut as a tag team. The members of Chase University. And now for the two teams that Nick is going to have trouble deciding between.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 519 pounds, Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt, the faces of fear.
Yes, the return of the faces of fear after Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sixes win over themselves. Bray Wyatt has decided that he's going to start his journey to becoming the first male Grand Slam champion, and that takes place first by becoming the men's tag team champions.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.
And Ketchup Crew better raise their packets high. This team of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY, is here on their mission to become Grand Slam champions. And one of the titles that they need to do that is the men's tag team titles. And with that, betting has opened. So Bray Wyatt is the closest out of everybody to becoming the first men's Grand Slam champion. The only titles he needs to win to do so are the men's tag team titles and the RWF United States title. He chose to go after the men's tag team first, recruiting his real-life brother, Uncle Howdy, to help him achieve this goal. My ketchup packet is raised. Bet my ketchup packet is raised. Fair enough. Also, I hope nobody minds that I gave the Faces of Fear, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt's entrance. They didn't really have anything else that fit them. Works well, IMO. Yay. Also, sorry if I'm a little bit quieter right now. I am finishing my supper. Fair.
Here are your winners, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. Chase University.
I honestly didn't even see how the victory came. But the victory did come. And one of the teams that I did not expect to win, Chase University. So, New Age Outlaws versus Chase University. That's going to be something. Well, coming up next, speaking of the New Age Outlaws, we have our first championship showcase. And we've done this before, but it's always been the awesome ones versus whatever female tag team champions there were. So for the first time, we actually get completely opposites. Coming up next, we have, of course, no non-titles, a tag team match between the men's tag team champions, the New Age Outlaws, and the women's tag team champions, Power and Glory.
Say that I've lost it, but talk me down, and I swear it's gonna cost you. Now I'm back, the boss of you morons, so never
following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Women's Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Power and Glory.
And here they come, Power and Glory. They got the victory over Shocks to become the new Women's Tag Team Champions at Fright Night. We will find out who they'll be defending their titles against later tonight at Survivor Series. Okay, that kind of stinks that it takes out the audio when they're champions. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you. yeah, I could do this at one point in time. That really stinks. I'm really disappointed in that. Why would they cut the audio just because they're champions? Well, either way, this match is underway. Our first of two championship showcase matches here tonight. The other will be a 5-man elimination match featuring, well, I say 5-man, it'll be a 5-person elimination match featuring all of the other champions with the exception of the Intercontinental Champion. Because the Intercontinental Champion will actually be in 6-man tag team action later on tonight. Now, of course, we just found out that the New Age Outlaws will be defending their titles against Chase University at Survivor Series. After this match, we will be finding out who Power and Glory will be defending their titles against. Yes, after this match will be the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team #1 contendership match. I still find it funny that Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were legitimate jobbers. They were just more like managers, hype men, and because neither one of them were really going anywhere, one guy decided, hey, we should team them together. They tried it, legitimately had no faith in them, didn't even give them entrance music, and they just kind of became popular. App crashed, but I have returned. Well, welcome back. I'm sorry the app crashed on you. I was just talking about how interesting the New Age Outlaws and their beginnings were. Because, you know, Billy Gunn started off in a tag team called the Smoking Guns. And then when he started going and being a single star, they started having him be like a manager, basically the cannon fodder to the Honky Tonk Man. And he was calling himself Rockabilly. Meanwhile, Road Dogg, he started off just like a manager / cannon fodder for Jeff Jarrett, and he called himself the Roadie. And then he kind of had a slight thing where he was calling himself the real Double J. It was Jesse James. And yeah, the two kind of just got thrown together. They didn't give him matching ring gear or an entrance or even anything like that. But they used basically they used kind of what the B Team did. They used Sharpies to make their own shirts, and Road Dogg would just grab a live mic, and that was their entrance music, was just Road Dogg using his gift of gab. And slowly and surely, the two kept getting more popular and more popular and more popular. And then eventually, Shawn Michaels broke his back, and Triple H had to gain control of D-Generation X, and he decided to bring in the New Age Outlaws, who were getting really popular, and by that time, it was history. And the New Age Outlaws became super popular because D-Generation X. That's a pretty good story. I dig how authentic it is too. If I remember right, Billy is still wrestling too. Dude is a workhorse. Yes, I believe he's still wrestling in AEW. This just goes to show you, never count out the women's tag team champions. Interesting move there by Liv Morgan. And a kick out at 2. And Liv Morgan trying to hammer home a point. Tagging in Billy Gunn. Double spike power driver there. But Rodriguez breaks up the cover. Liv Morgan to the top rope. Big diving splash. Tagging in Raquel. Big move by Rodriguez. And now she's looking to bring the hammer down. Double axe handle smash from the top rope. But Billy Gunn able to counter and hits the Fameasser. Into the cover. But Morgan able to break up the cover. Rodriguez back in control with a massive powerbomb into the cover. But now Road Dogg tried but failed. And oh, kick out at 2. Another big powerbomb to Road Dogg, and now a Boston Crab applied. Will Billy Gunn tap out here? She decides to let Billy Gunn go, but there's a tag to Liv Morgan. Billy Gunn decided to taunt and got a kendo stick. And now Morgan going for the cover. Another kick out at 2. Tagging that back in Rodriguez. The one and only by Billy Gunn, but Morgan able to break up the pinfall. Reversal by Rodriguez, who locks in another Boston Crab. But no, Gunn able to get out. Tagging in Liv Morgan. As the move that won them the tag team titles into the cover. And that's it.
Here are your winners, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Power and Glory.
Big win for the women's tag team champions. And an interesting little bit of tidbit. Every single time we have done the championship showcase, I've had some people that kind of criticize Tony Marcus Jones, the president of RWF, for putting women against men. But every single time we have had a championship showcase where the women's tag team champions faced off against the men's tag team champions. The women's tag team champions win the match and come out on top. Well, you've heard me mention it earlier. Coming up next is our second Fatal 4-Way. Yes, that's right. Coming up next is the Fatal 4-Way Falls Count Anywhere Tornado Tag Team match to determine the new number 1 contenders for the RWF Women's Tag Team Championships.
contest is a fatal four-way tag team match. Introducing first, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, The Way.
And entering first, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, they call themselves The Way, and they claim that they know the way to win this match, and they're going to prove it. Neither of these women have held any titles here in RWF, and they're looking to change that. And they'll be one step further to changing that with a win here tonight.
And their opponents, first, the team of Katana Chase and Kaden Carter.
But here comes a tag team that knows a thing or two about having those tag team titles, because they are former RWF women's tag team champions in their own rights, looking to make it two-time women's tag team champions. And of course that step starts here tonight.
Making their way to the ring, Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley. Absolution!
A fairly new tag team to the RWF scene. Their debut as a tag team didn't quite go their way, but they're looking to fix that here tonight with a win.
And their opponents, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, the Wyatt Six.
And the Wyatt sisters making their way, trying to do what Bray Wyatt could not do earlier tonight. And as they make their entrance, betting has started. an interesting mix of performers here tonight in this match. Whoever wins will go on to face Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Power and Glory, for the RWF Women's Tag Team Championships. I'm actually a little surprised you chose the way there, Nick. I figured you were going to choose Absolution, since Absolution was kind of your idea to put them in a tag team. My inner knuckles forced my hand, but I do hope Absolution wins too. Fair. That's kind of me. Like, I wanted to vote for Absolution, but I didn't really know. I didn't not want. Like, I wanted to vote for Absolution and Wyatt's, but I also wanted to vote for the Way. So it's like, growl. Exactly. Also, what are your thoughts on the new theme song for Absolution? I'd say it's a good choice. Yeah, I'm glad. So much chaos. It's so hard to commentate. That was a close call. Nikki almost won this. I just wanted you guys to see, like, I'm sorry for not being talkative, but this is literally, I'm just so invested. I'm just like, it's madness. This is Rabit Wrestling Federation. And that's it.
Here are your winners, Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley. Absolution!
Thank you. I keep it muted so that because sometimes the microphone picks up things that I don't want it to pick up. So I keep it muted while the announcer is talking and saying whose wins. And then, but I also have to mute the capture card because it's a lot easier than trying to just mute the game like how I did it originally. And I guess I forget to unmute myself on my microphone. So I'm sorry. All I was saying is that was a absolutely huge win for Absolution. They may have not won their debut as a tag team, but that was a huge win for that team right now. And now I'm glad that I'm not muted anymore because it is time. Coming up next is a 6-man tag team match. But before we get into that tag team match, I need to talk about exactly what's going to happen. I need to talk about what's going on, and even though I don't have video of it, I need to tell you about the sit-down interview that we had with the Intercontinental Champion. Coming up next is a 6-man tag team match between the OG Bloodline and the Judgment Day. Now, how we got here is a thing of interestingness. It all started at Fright Night when Jimmy Uso went one-on-one with Finn Balor in a Bloodline rules match. And it was no surprise that Finn Balor would have the other members of the Judgment Day come to help him during the match. What was a surprise when it's not just who came out, but the fact that people did come out for Jimmy. As you may or may not know, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, Jimmy's brother, have been at war with each other. So much so that they two would fight in a match where if Roman Reigns lost, which he did, he would forever be forced to just let Jey be Jey and not interfere in his matches, not try to fight him, and basically have nothing to do with him from that point forward. Jey won, getting to have his singles run, and even went on to become the United States champion. Well, Jimmy wants to do the same. Jimmy has always been a bloodline man. He is stuck by his brother and his cousin through thick and through thin. Jimmy has always been there. And when he needed them most, surprisingly, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso came to Jimmy's side to help him win his first title. After the match, after giving him some time, we had a sit-down interview with Jimmy Uso. And the reason we had a sit-down interview with him is because not even a few moments after Fright Night was done, our president of RWF, Tony Marcus Jones, declared that the next big event will be Survivor Series War Games. And he also made the announcement that the War Games match itself was going to feature the 4 members of the OG bloodline versus the 4 male members of the Judgment Day in a War Games match. Now, we have also since then learned that Tony has agreed that Jimmy Uso will not have to defend the RWF Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series. That is why we are not getting an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal for a number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title. We are not getting that. Instead, we are getting this War Games match. And we also know that if the Judgment Day wins, Finn Balor will get a rematch against Jimmy Uso for the Intercontinental title. Now, with all that said, our sit-down interview with Jimmy Uso, Jimmy told us, he said, basically, these are his words. He said, let me tell you, Uso, I was never happier to have Roman, Jay, and even Sammy by my side than I was at Fright Night. But it also made me realize something. Once again, I'm just seen as bloodline. Jay has gotten to be Jay. He's gotten to be the main event. He's gotten to be the United States Championship. And he did it all on his own. But I needed help. And I'm not ashamed to say I needed help. I will never not have my brother and my cousin and Sammy to a semi-event. But my brother and my cousin, I will never not have their back. When we say we the ones, we mean it. We are always the ones. But I'm always the one to keep everybody in check. I've always been the glue. Whenever Jay and Roman are fighting, it's always me that gets them back on the same page. It's me that got the OG bloodline back together again. So for War Games, I've made it clear to Sammy, to Roman, and to Jay, for the time leading up and on War Games itself, we are the ones. We are going to win War Games. But when it's over, I'm done, Uso. I'm done. Roman can go build his empire. He can sit at the table. He can do whatever he wants to do. Jay can go main event. He can yeet himself all he wants. But me? Man, when it's all said and done, there is no more we the ones. There is only I'm the one. But I'll focus on that when that time comes. And that is the words from Jimmy Uso himself. With that said, we'll see just how well they are at being a tag team. Because that 6-man tag team match isn't just for anything. Now, you see, in the following weeks, the OG Bloodline and the Judgment Day will be competing in matches against each other. And whichever faction gains the most wins will gain the advantage in the War Games match. So I hope this has made you excited, because coming up next is that first match. It is that 6-man tag team match, as we have the Judgment Day versus the OG Bloodline.
The following contest is a 6-man tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 570 pounds, Finn Balor, J.D. McDonough, and Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day.
Yes, you heard that right. Carlito will not be a part of this match, so him and Liv will have to go to the back. Finn has decided to team with JD and Dominic, two of the other original members of the Judgment Day, for this match. I misspelled Judgment. I'm sorry.
Their opponents, at a combined weight of 758 pounds, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso, the Bloodline.
And here they come. representing each other with the We the Ones shirts and outfits. The Bloodline. Also, our first look at Jimmy Uso wearing his newly won Intercontinental title. And Finn Balor is already a two-time Intercontinental Champion. Could he possibly make it a third time if the Judgment Day can win the match at Survivor Series War Games? There's a tag out to Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso originally starting this match against Finn Balor, but now enters the big dog. Also, I got to give props for the upcoming storyline that we're doing here with Jimmy Uso. My Bruda, who's Kung Fu Cobra, and right now as Candy and Bruda, actually helped me design a logo, a new logo for Jimmy Uso. Tagging in both JD McDonough and Jimmy Uso. There's a tag back to Roman Reigns. JD able to get back on top, goes over a pin, but Jimmy Uso able to counter it. Of course, we can't count Roman Reigns out either, former RWF Heavyweight Champion in his own rights. But then again, Dominic Mysterio, we can't count him out either, being a two-time Pure Honor Champion. The one thing the Bloodline does have over the Judgment Day, at least this version, these two versions here, is every member of the Bloodline that you're seeing here tonight has held gold. Well, the Judgment Day cannot say that because JD McDonough has never held a title here in RWF. Of course, like I said, Dominic Mysterio going for a cover. Only a 1 count. As I said, Roman Reigns, a former heavyweight champion. Jey Uso, a former United States champion. And Jimmy Uso, the current Intercontinental champion. Tequila Sunrise Uso Splash combination by the Usos. I know some people are very happy to see Jimmy and Jey teaming again. But again, Jimmy has made it very clear that when War Games is over, there will be no more Uso. He is not going to team with either Jey or Roman. He's going to make his own path as his own person, much like Jey has, but when he started becoming main event Jey Uso. Tag out to Roman Reigns. Roman went for a spear, but Dominic able to turn it into a DDT. Reminder that we still have 3 more matches after this one. Also, creating these outfits, I once again was reminded at just how little Jimmy Uso was actually given. Like, he's not really given anything. Like, his pants have no defining things on him like Jay's does. He doesn't have a fancy, like, armband or anything. Even more reason for Jimmy to feel like he needs to break free, right? Tag into the Intercontinental Champion. I am being told by that per President Tony Marcus Jones, next RWF we will have the Usos in tag team action, and they will go against 2 random members of the Judgment Day that will be decided via Wheel of Rabit, which 2 members they'll be facing. Wheel of Rabbit hype. Lots of splashes, top rope splashes by Roman tonight. Kick out by 2. Springboard coup de grace into the cover, but Roman Reigns breaks up the pinfall. And now Finn Balor looking to put a stop to Jimmy Uso. But it's Uso who puts a stop to Balor. By the Hurricane. Now Balor again with a stop sign, but I think he missed. Balor not falling for the super kick combination again. Hits that brain buster. And that's it.
Here are your winners. Finn Balor, J.D. McDonough, and Dominik Mysterio. The Judgment Day.
And the Judgment Day gets the first point in the war momentum. Not a good sign of things to come for the Bloodline, because on top of the Judgment Day winning, it was Finn Balor defeating the man who took the Intercontinental title away from him. Well, no time to worry about the past, as coming up next is an 8-woman over-the-top rope battle royal to determine the new number 1 contender for the Women's World Championship.
You dig it, sucker? I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks. The drive so go wild. I've got the move. That really move 'em. I said chill. Up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
The following contest is an 8-woman battle royal. Making her way to the ring from Recluse, Wyoming, Cindy.
Here she comes, looking to once again try to get a title that she almost had a chance at. She is a former Rabbit Rumble winner, but unfortunately she lost that title opportunity to Bayley. Now she's looking to re-earn that opportunity. Kenny and Bruda come snuggle while we watch. Oh, cute.
And from San Jose, California, Bayley.
Woo! Cindy! Oh, talk about old rivalries. I just said the woman who took Cindy's spot at Rabbit Mania by defeating Cindy, unable to win the Women's World Champion. She is a former Women's European Champion, though. But you know that she's probably going to only have one goal on her mind, and that's preventing Cindy from once again gaining any kind of opportunity here in RWF. Like Bailey will be a hugger. Oh, like Bailey, I will be a hugger.
I don't care what y'all say.
And representing the Trailblazers from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Rasslin.
Another woman who is only one title away from becoming a Grand Slam champion. And that only title she needs just so happens to be the Women's World Championship.
Representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Queen of Bay, Shayna Baszler.
Another woman who the only title she needs to become the first Women's Grand Slam champion is the Women's World Championship. We know that her stablemate Sonya Deville has done and become a women's champion. Can Baszler do it? We know she has what it takes to be a champion. We'll see here tonight if she can take that first step.
And from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Now this woman actually has two titles that she would needs to obtain to become the first woman Grand Slam champion. The Women's European and the Women's World. So of course the first one she would try to go after would be the Women's World. Also, I didn't see that I had put the camera on. Hey. And here comes a woman who is yet to win any title here in RWF. And she says it's about time that changes. Could you imagine if she does? Especially with her husband, Jimmy Uso, as the champion himself. I think we would have the very first ever husband-wife combination that will be champions at the same time.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalia!
Well, here we go. This is interesting. The very first ever RWF Women's World Champion. I guess she's looking to make it a two-time Women's World Champion. We'll see if she can do that here tonight.
And their opponent from the West Valley, Tegan Knox!
Well, much like Shotzi did earlier, now that Tegan Knox has lost her first title, she's looking to try to go after singles goal. Will she be able to do what Shotzi didn't? We'll find out. And with her entrance, betting is now open. Alright, one of these 8 women will go on to Survivor Series to face Jordan Grace for the RWF Women's World Championship. And Charlotte Flair, the first one eliminated out of this match. You know the Queen cannot be happy about that. see Cindy hit the slice of pizza. Rose plant by Bailey. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked that Cindy and Bailey have kind of stayed away from each other. A little bit of stratisfaction there by Trish Stratus. Meanwhile, Tegan Knox eliminated from this match. Not a good night to be a Shocks fan. Dagnabbit Knox. And Bailey now eliminated from this match, and again, not by Cindy. And Trish Stratus eliminated from this match. We are down to the final four. If Bailey became a hugger again, she'd actually make a pretty good team alongside Cindy. Fair. I wanted to make Bailey a hugger, and it really upset me because her hugger entrance is in the game. Her hugger attire is in the game. And in the story mode, you even get a chance to dress up as Bailey and enter to the theme song she had and entrance video that she had as the hugger, but you don't get the entrance video and theme song outside of that one particular story thing. And while I was talking, both Cindy, we are down to two. Cindy has been eliminated. A tap out by Natalya, but submissions don't mean anything in an over-the-top rope battle royal. That's kind of insulting that they don't give you those final pieces. Shaking my head. I feel you. And Natalya wins this match. Could she be on her way to being a two-time Women's World Champion? Woo, Natty. Dang it. I keep hitting the wrong things. Well, that means that we are up to our semi-main event of the evening. It is our final Battle Royal of the night. Well, sorry, actually, no, it's not. Yeah, no, it is, because I think I'm going to do an elimination for the final match. Anyways, either way, it's our final 8-man Battle Royal. Coming up next is an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal to determine the new number 1 contender to the RWF Heavyweight Championship.
This little light of mine damn near burned me alive. Lord knows that mama tried, and I don't know if I'm halfway to heaven or halfway to hell. My angels and demons at war with myself. One foot in the fire and I still can't tell. Am I halfway to heaven, halfway to heaven or hell? I'm a dive boss on discernment. Holy water with my bourbon. Standing on the bridge, I'm burning with a can of gasoline. Am I worth saving if I'm always fading? It feels like I'm caught in between. Halfway to heaven or halfway to hell. My angels and demons at war with myself. One foot in the fire and I still can't tell. Am I halfway to heaven, halfway to heaven or hell? This little light of mine damn near burned me alive. Lord knows that mama tried, and I don't know if I'm halfway to heaven or halfway to hell. My angels and demons at war with myself. Halfway to heaven or halfway to hell. My angels and demons at war with myself. One foot in the fire and I still can't tell. Am I halfway to heaven, halfway to heaven or hell?
The following is an 8-man battle royal. Making his way to the ring from Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just like with the Women's World Battle Royal, here comes the very first ever RWF Heavyweight Champion. I guess, much like with Natalia, looking to become a 2-time Heavyweight Champion. Can he do it? And here comes a man who is part of our opening entrance video because, you know, Rabit, J Rabit, Rabit Wrestling Federation, Ramblin' Rabit. It just goes together. We've seen a lot of the Wyatts here tonight, and none of them have been successful. Will Eric Rowan succeed where the others have failed? Rowan is just the best. He really is. watching him break down at the White Six House was just like so emotional, man.
And from Death Valley, weighing in at 309 pounds, The Undertaker.
Apparently, The Undertaker has reverted back to this form. He says, yes, I'm not letting Paul Bearer control me, but I can't deny the darkness like I did originally. I can't let it consume me, but I can't deny it, and I can't let it consume me. I must embrace it to be the best version of myself.
From Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant!
Well, if people weren't shaking in their boots already at the Undertaker and Eric Rowan, we have the original Giant, Andre the Giant, making his return here to RWF. The sheer size and power that are about to be on display, I feel sorry for everybody else, including The Rock. here he comes. Triple H, former authority over RWF. He says that a change needs to happen in RWF, and that change is going to start with him winning the heavyweight championship.
Representing the Awesome Ones from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds, Logan Paul.
Just like with The Miz, now that they are no longer tag team champions, Logan is looking to make his way to become the first ever men's Grand Slam champion. And all he needs to do that is to win the heavyweight championship, the Intercontinental Championship, and the United States Championship.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
And here comes Seth Rollins, ever since he lost to Cody Rhodes and hasn't been able to wear his normal wacky attire. He's been adapting his old Shield persona. We did get a chance to talk to Seth, and he said, you know what, I'm done with it. I'm going to win the heavyweight championship, and then I don't care if it's Cody Rhodes or whatever, I'm going to go back to wearing my stuff, because he can't stop me once I'm champion.
From Newark, New Jersey, weighing in at 360 pounds, Shaquille O'Neal.
And another giant of a man enters this match. It's the return of Shaq here to RWF, and with his entrance, betting now has started. match, their semi-main event of the evening, has started, and one of these 8 men will go on to face The Rock, the final boss for the RWF Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series War Games. Some high-profile names in this match. You know The Rock's going to be watching very closely. Could get some dream matches like Logan Paul versus The Rock, Seth Rollins versus The Rock. Kevin Owens has already been in the ring with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Could he be in there with The Rock? Or maybe even getting to see the returns of The Rock versus Triple H, or The Rock versus The Undertaker. And the bad night for the Wyatts continues as Eric Rowan is the first one eliminated from this matchup. Last ride by The Undertaker to Shaquille O'Neal. Never thought we'd see that. Only here in RWF. None of these men want to seem to give an inch. I don't blame them. And Logan Paul will join The Miz in the loser department here tonight. Kevin Owens is out of this match. We will not get two-time champion Owens. We're down to 5 competitors. Seth freaking Rollins, Triple H, Shaquille O'Neal, Andre the Giant, and The Undertaker.
The Undertaker has been eliminated.
Unlike his brother Kane, Undertaker again seemingly can't seem to get the win. We are down to these 4 competitors.
Triple H has been eliminated.
And there goes Triple H. We are down to 3.
Seth Rollins has been eliminated.
And with the elimination of Seth Rollins, we are now down to 2 giants. Shaquille O'Neal and Andre. I don't think I've ever seen anyone manhandle Andre the Giant like Shaquille O'Neal is. And there it is.
Here is your winner, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal getting a massive win here tonight. The Rock better be holding on to his title very tightly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our main event of the evening. The 5 other singles champions in an elimination match. Coming up next in our final championship showcase.
It's Chelsea Green.
The following contest is an elimination match. Making her way to the ring from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, the Women's European Champion, Chelsea Green.
Perhaps one of the most dominant champions since Eddie Guerrero. She has faced all comers and has found a way to come out still champion.
Representing the APA from Warner Robins, Georgia, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Pure Honor Champion, Farouk.
Fresh off of his victory over Diesel, the brand new Pure Honor champion.
Representing Legado del Fantasma from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, the United States Champion, Santos Escobar.
This man had a very dominant performance, beating Vader in a 2 out of 3 falls match, and literally back to back, not even letting Vader have one victory.
It's not over until I win.
And from Austin, Texas, the Women's World Champion, Jordan Grace.
You want to talk about an all-out war? Her and Victoria did just that at Fright Night in a Hell in a Cell match. She drug Victoria up to the top and proceeded to knock Victoria out on top of the Hell in a Cell to continue to retain and be your Women's World Champion. And yes, you heard that right. The Rock, we did get a little bit of a chat with him, and he did say that, you know what, if Mankind, Mick Foley, whatever he wants to call himself, if he wants to latch on to the final boss that hard, I'm going to let him. The Rock and Sock Connection, we're a thing when I want us to be a thing. So yeah, go ahead. Say that I represent the Rock and Sock Connection. Because by representing the Rock and Sock, more importantly, I'm representing The Rock, the final boss. And The Rock says he's the greatest champion. And who knows? Maybe I'll take that Dunderhead, Foley, and his sock, and we'll go after tag titles while I'm also the champion. For now, you have to wait and see. Strong words from the champion. Now this is not for any championship titles. This is just for pure glory, pure show that you are the best champion in RWF. And it will be an elimination style match. Falls do count anywhere. You can win by pinfall or submission. And when you do pin or submit somebody, they must leave the arena and go to the back. The last person standing will win the match. Thankfully for Santos Escobar, this is not an over-the-top rope battle royal. Otherwise, he would have been eliminated there. Kick out there by Santos Escobar. No elimination so far. Last time we had one of these, it was an over-the-top rope battle royal, and The Rock did indeed win. Let's see if Rock can continue his domination there. Lots of kickouts at 2. Pretty her into the cover.
Has been eliminated.
And the Pure Honor champion is the first one eliminated from this match. Of course, the only champion missing from this, besides the tag team champions, is of course the Intercontinental champion, who we saw earlier in a 6-man tag team match. Once again, the women of RWF proving to be just as tough as the men, as neither of them have been eliminated yet. Close call there as The Rock almost got eliminated, but he stays strong. Pretty her onto The Rock. And that's 2 that Chelsea Green has eliminated. We are down to 3. Sorry for being inactive. I'm kind of not feeling very good. All of a sudden, since the Battle Royal with the guys who won that one. Shaquille O'Neal won that one. Wow, okay, Shaq definitely makes it interesting, right? And now we are down to this elimination match, and another unpretty her. Could this match just be... Yes, Chelsea Green has eliminated all of the male competitors, and we are now just down to Jordan Grace, the women's world champion, and Chelsea Green, the women's European champion. Once again, people criticize me for putting men and women in the same match against each other, but the women showing that they are just as, if not tougher, than the males. Hashtag girl power. And a kick out at 2. And there it is.
Here is your winner, Jordan
Jordan Grace winning this elimination match. Women's World Champion, ending the night on top. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does mean that concludes our show for the evening. Just want to make sure that I have everything that I need, and I do. Her versus Natty will be great, right? Although you got to give credit where credit is due. Chelsea Green legitimately pinned 1, 2, 3 Farouk, Santos Escobar, and The Rock before finally succumbing to Jordan Grace. Well, now that we've come to the end, I'm not sure when we're going to be live. You're not wrong. I'm not sure when we're going to be live again. I do know that I have it on Twitch and Discord. I'm pretty sure I have it listed there when I'm going to be live again, and I'm pretty sure I said it was going to be this coming up Sunday. However, some financial stuff has come with me and my wife, and there is a chance. It is not a 100% guarantee, but there is a chance that we will have to once again pawn the PlayStation 5. And if we do have to pawn the PlayStation 5, I will, just like I did last time, or at least I did on her vlog and stuff, I would just apologize. I apologize to you guys because obviously with the Switch in pawn and with the PlayStation, if we have to put it in pawn, I will not be able to do a stream. I mean, I could try to get Steam back onto the computer, but the only game that I have on Steam is the Henry Stickmin collection, which, I mean, I guess we could try to finish that because we never finished it, but that wouldn't take very long. And I don't have the money, obviously, to buy other games from Steam. So just keep a lookout on Discord. I will let everybody know as soon as I know. My wife does get paid tomorrow, so she's going to see what the financial situation is like and if we're going to need to pawn the PlayStation or not. We are hoping that we don't have to, but I'm just putting it out there that it is a possibility. And if it does happen, I'm sorry if we miss out on streams, if we can't continue on with the storylines, whatever. I will once we do have the PlayStation back out, I will try my best to get things back on track. So, with that, hopefully I will see you guys this Sunday. Either way, I'll let you know. For now, um, actually, since there is a chance that I won't, I do want to show off one thing to my Bruda. I'm not sure how the colors are because my wife hasn't been able to double check my colors. Ah, I forgot that I didn't, I forgot that I didn't do the thing. No, it's not gonna, there it is. So, this is the Jimmy Uso singles attire that I came up with. Using the design that you gave me. And on the back, it does say Big Jim on the back. So, just in cases, I wanted to show off this creation. Looks outstanding. I'm glad you like it. Love the Big Jim. um, so yeah, that's kind of my newest creation that I've done. I was going to work on a Christmas arena for December, but I haven't found a Christmas image that I like well enough yet. Excuse me. So, now that we've done all that, I've got my creation. I got the creation out of the way, so I can at least show you guys what to hopefully expect. I've got the bad news or possible bad news out of the way. Let's go ahead and get into our commands. I'm going to let you guys go for the evening because I've got work tomorrow. Thankfully, I have a closing shift tomorrow, so yeah. So, as always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly. Please don't take me talking about my financial issues as saying that Jesus has not blessed me and my wife, because he very much has. The fact that we have a house or an apartment, a roof over our head, the fact that we have food, the fact that we have this gaming computer, the fact that we have the PlayStation and the Bloodline edition of 2K25, the fact that we have you, my amazing viewers, my amazing friends Nick and T who are watching, as well as anybody else who may be watching. The fact that we have all this is all a blessing. So we want to make sure that we return the blessings that Jesus Christ has given us by making sure that we are returning that by giving him all of the honor, glory, credit, and praise that he rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you on the note of all of you that are watching and have watched. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you goes to our supporters, starting with my hashtag wonderful wife Firebird10, who's been amazing through all of this. Without her, I wouldn't have even started streaming, because it was just always something that I thought about doing, or something that I had talked with my friend Nick about, but nothing that I had really tried to do until she kind of helped push me and helped guide me into doing it. Of course, Nick and T, who have been with me since the beginning of the streams. I keep talking the way I'm talking. This is the end of me streaming forever, and it's not. It is not the end of me streaming forever. I just truly want to let every one of you know how important you are and how much I'm thankful for you guys. Um, Danny, who's given me amazing advice. Sean and Steve, who've bought me video games to play for you guys and have also supported me on here. Of course, Amon Wolf of CNH Podcast, who did our design down below, and Z Fire Incorporated, who did our original design over there. Just all of you, all of my supporters, even the people that I can't mention because you're lurking or whatever, past subscribers, stuff like that. All of you guys, I'm just so thankful. Moving away from being thankful, I have to talk about our other sponsor ish, Mary Kay. As many of you know, my wife is a Mary Kay consultant. She hasn't really been able to do much with the Mary Kay. So if you would like to purchase some Mary Kay product, they've got all kinds of stuff. They've got makeup, they've got skincare, they've got stuff for us guys, they've got perfumes, they got all kinds of stuff. You can do that and help her out at the same time by clicking that link that I posted in chat that will send you to all the wonderful items that Mary Kay has in store. And hey, even if you have questions, including how you can become a Mary Kay consultant, you can use that link to ask those questions to my wife, who will be more than happy to answer them. She'll be more than happy to answer any question as long as it's Mary Kay related. Discord, we have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, I've now posted a link into the chat. Feel free to come join us. Especially during the time when if we don't have a PlayStation, that's where we're going, or a way to stream. That's going to be a way that we can stay connected. We can hang out. We can catch virtual Pokemon. We can just have fun. There's tons of chat rooms. That's where important announcements are announced. Decisions are decided. Discussions are discussed. Wrestling results are resulted. Chats are chatted. And honestly, we just love to have you there. Another place that would help immensely is if you hopped on over to YouTube. You can find our past live streams. You can find our past highlight videos. You can find both of those over on YouTube. Of course, while you're over there, if you wouldn't mind, give the YouTube channel a subscribe. Hit the bell icon to keep yourself notified. Give the videos a like and give them a comment, because comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Another place is over on TikTok. Maybe not quite as important as YouTube. I don't know. Depends on your stance on the whole thing. But we post our highlight videos there, so you can find those there. So if that's what you're interested in, you can hop on over there. Again, give it a follow. Give the videos a heart and give them a comment. Last but certainly not least, are ways to help support the stream right here, right now, if you would like to do so. I know I seem to talk a lot about my financial issues, and I apologize. I'm really not trying to force you guys to do anything. I have said it from day one that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. And I mean that. I don't care if you were just here to watch, if you were just lurking in the background, if you're feeling sick and you just need something to listen to, if you're trying to go to sleep and you need something to listen to, if you're having fun in the chat, if you're doing anything at all, if you are here, I am thankful for you. I appreciate you, and it all helps. But if you can and you want to go the extra mile, there are ways you can do so, and those are listed in the chat. Things like giving bits, doing the subscribe, donating actual money. All those are things, that you can do to help if you want to do so. But again, I never ever want anyone to feel pressured or like you have to. So, If you would like more information on how you can read that up in the chat. So feel free to do what you're able and comfortable with doing. With that, as of tonight, I am JRabbit87, and I hope you all have a very good night.
Thanks so much for joining the Stream of the Rabbit. I hope you had a good time, and now it's time to